The trend of long-standing Call of Duty fans shitting on their favorite franchise has been around for a long time and is also still alive and well today, which has of course created discourse in the community of long-standing players, with half continuing to complain about the game and the other half complaining about the half that's complaining. But regardless, both halves still stand strongly by their favorite franchise, and here's why. Call of Duty is one of the largest, longest-standing FPS franchises in gaming. It has amassed massive communities of players and a very large fan base. With Call of Duty being a game that's been out for so long, a long-standing community of players has been formed. People that have been around since the quote-unquote OGs of Call of Duty. I myself personally started a little bit late in comparison to other people. However, I still consider myself a strong member of that community. And within that said community, there are about two halves. One half that complains about the games a lot and says what can be better and gives a lot of criticism. And the other half complaining about the half that's complaining. So let's kind of look into that. First off, why is one half of the long-standing community complaining so much? Well, since I give my fair share of criticism, let me explain it firsthand. Personally, I just want to see the game succeed. So my personal criticism is rooted in wanting the best for the game, because I want to see it thrive. I know for me, I personally was a little bit late to the quote-unquote golden age of Call of Duty, starting with Black Ops 2, but I've since gone back and played older Call of Duties and experienced what had made them so great, albeit not in their respective primes, but I've still experienced them. So with my roots being BO1 and BO2 and both of those games being in discussion for top 3 CODs of all time, I come from fairly high standards, and I really try hard not to let my bias get involved in my opinions of modern Call of Duties. Because obviously the games in 2019 and 2020 are going to be vastly different than 2010 and 2011. So while those Call of Duties are my standard, I can't expect the games today to be like that. And me, and I would say the majority of the people in the community that complain, hold that same sentiment. We know what Call of Duty is capable of, and we critique things that could get it there. There is a strong difference between people that complain just to complain, and people that complain to make the game better. I wholeheartedly believe that the people that complain to try and make the game better are very needed in the community. Even though 99% of what we say fall on deaf ears by studios and Activision, we still have their best interest at heart. So when we speak bad about a game, it's coming from a place of love, not hate. I will say that some of us can get very heated, me included. We still love the game deep down, and we love the franchise. We just want to see it blossom into what we know it's capable of. For example, when I criticized the lackluster launch of Cold War, even though it was rushed, I get it, but it was still insanely underwhelming, I was very disappointed. And I'm not disappointed because I think the game is bad. I'm disappointed because I know what Call of Duty can achieve, and I'm looking at this launch and I know it's not it. That's why I'm upset more than anything else. And that idea holds true for so many other people as well. Just because I say something bad doesn't necessarily mean I think it's shitty. But now looking at the other half of the long-standing community, the ones that get mad at people that criticize the game so often, why do they do that? Well, for some, they genuinely enjoy the game and they think it's pretty good and almost perfect. Those tend to be the minority, however they do exist, and they get mad at any bad talk about the game they like. Even if their opinions may be very misinformed and most likely incorrect, they're there and valid in the community. There are also people that just don't like hearing people criticize it. Be grateful, they say. Take what you get and appreciate it. Don't ask for more. Well, to that I say, they're just going to keep releasing shittier games. Because if we make it known that we're going to be happy and sit there with whatever they make, there's never going to be any improvement from the studios. If we let Treyarch think that launching with 8 multiplayer maps and 1 zombies map is okay, they're either going to continue to do that or they're going to launch with less and see what happens. And the other people in that community are so in love with the Call of Duty franchise that any bad talk is cataclysmic to their view on Call of Duty. They think that any bad thing said about their game is saying that the franchise is trash and should never make a game again. Now don't get me wrong, those people that say that exist, but that's not many. Not many fans, I should say. These people often can't see why people that complain about Call of Duty stand by the franchise. Why we complain and still buy every game and log so many hours into it. Well, it's the same reason why the people that don't like complaining about it do. We love the franchise. We love the games. We've both come from times with great Call of Duties and we want to see it thrive again like that. I 100% believe that everybody holds that sentiment and wants the same thing, but sometimes people have different ways of going about it. We see a modern Call of Duty and deep down we know that it's never going to achieve what we once had in 2011 and 2012. And even completely disregarding bias, those games were objectively better than today. But we're still gonna play the games. We got hooked on the franchise as soon as we picked up our first one. Every year we buy the new Call of Duty in hopes to achieve the same level of happiness and nostalgia from games when we were young. When we were kids and we would come home from school, hop on COD with all the homies and just play all night. And even though those days may be far behind us, the memories still remain. And those memories is attached to the franchise of Call of Duty. And this can lead to bias and unhappiness and unrealistic expectations in modern Call of Duties because everyone tried to compare them to old ones. But deep down, all anybody wants is that same feeling. People that have been around the franchise for 8 to 12 years, they've committed themselves to the game. They've made friends on the game, they've made memories on the game, they've spent probably months to years of their life on the game. And as cringy as it seems, the games we grew up on and the franchise are a part of us. I know for me, when I look back on my childhood memories, one thing that stands out is Black Ops 2 in 2011. My whole friend group online today I met on that game. I spent countless hours. I probably had a year of playtime on Black Ops 2. And that's why people like me and millions of others stand by this franchise so much. And even though we may sit here and complain about it and say this can be better, this isn't as good as I thought it would be, it just comes from a place of love and want for the game to be successful. Which I think is why the divide in the long-standing player community is so stupid and insanely unnecessary. Because we all want the same thing, for Call of Duty to be good. We just have different ways of going about it. And just because we differ there doesn't mean our sole actions are different from another. And I think banding together and trying to make the games better as years come out is going to be, in the long run, way more successful than anything we're doing now. With Call of Duty blowing up the way it did when Warzone came out last year, Call of Duty has been flooded with insane amounts of new players. People from different communities, people that have never really experienced COD before, which has brought in a tsunami of new opinions and wants for Call of Duty. And the core fan base is being overshadowed and talked over by them. And I do believe some of that is because in the core fan base, two halves are going at each other. Not only are we trying to talk against people coming into the community that are brand new with crazy opinions that are rooted on nothing but Modern Warfare and Warzone, players that haven't played as many Call of Duties as we have, been around for so long and put so many hours into it that we know what a Call of Duty should have. And I am by no means saying we should gatekeep. However, you guys have definitely seen it on Twitter. Some of these takes and opinions from people that come from Warzone as their first Call of Duty experience are sometimes fucking crazy. And if two halves of the core community are going at each other for how they treat the new games coming out, one, no meaningful opinions are going to be made or decisions on the game will be talked about, or two, the crazy opinions from new players are going to shine through. And the way Call of Duty has been trending, I cannot see that going in any way but a negative one. So ultimately, all the old school players have the same sentiments. And I think we need to stop going at each other and focus on one thing, creating a new golden age of Call of Duty. And I really do think that is attainable if we band together. Anyways guys, that's my time. Thank you for making it all the way to the end of the video. I really appreciate it and I love you. Please make sure to like and subscribe. It would help me out a ton, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.